Satnam, I wanted to offer us a little bonus, a little extra, something, if you will, for this dark moon that we have going on tomorrow. Any time you have a new moon, the hours before, the day before, you can consider all that time leading into a new moon, the dark moon. It's a time where obviously the light is diminishing until it starts then it becomes new. And the light becomes fuller until we get to the new moon. So anytime there's a new moon, there's going to be a great opportunity to clear out some debris the day before. So we can look at that as great. Every month I have an opportunity where the cosmos are, putting some wind in the sails to get some things done, to make some shifts, to make some moves. Now, you can do this any day. Doesn't matter what fucking day it is, doesn't matter what time it is, doesn't matter what planet is ruling the day, and it certainly doesn't matter where the moon is or any other planetary alignment is, because you are the planets. You are the planets. You are the elements. You hold all of the power within you, and all it takes to make any significant shift and change in your life, in your habits, in your consciousness, is a fucking decision. Okay, so a choice and a decision, and that's it. And then the rest must follow. But we also know that we can utilize these energies to assist our shifts and to give us a little more bang for the buck, more ROI, and and when we're tapped in and we're connected to these energies and these opportunities, it assists us in the maneuvering and the dancing with this earth plane here. So I wanted to offer us a special practice to do. So it's a two-parter. Okay, so I'm just going to give us a little intro on the part one, and then you're going to go do that, and then you'll come back to the video, and we'll do a meditation as part two, to shift ourselves out of that. Out of the other energy of the part one, and really help us clear and heal some things that may just be lingering, so that we can just be like free, clear, open, and really just create space for the blessings, the miracles, and the fulfillment of any desire we have. Which is what we're usually thinking about on a new moon is, what am I cultivating? What am I manifesting? What am I bringing forth? What am I interested in having materialize in my physical reality from my imagination, from my intention, and from my alignment, from the pull of destiny, and really just like, we want what the fuck we want. And so sometimes in order for those things to materialize, now I'll say this too. We don't need to do anything to materialize anything. We don't need to change. We're perfect. We're not missing it. We're not missing the mark. We're not missing the boat. We're not lacking any knowledge or wisdom. We have it all. We have it all. And all it really takes, like I say, it takes a choice, a decision, a command, and then you just stick with that and you just not fall back into old things. But sometimes we just have some lingering things going on, maybe in the emotional landscape, maybe in a memory, in a something, and it's just kind of hanging on. It's part of our, a version of us that we're looking to, move away from, leave in the past, leave in the trajectory that it's on, leave on the timeline that it's going to complete itself on, and we're wanting to be over here on the new timeline and as the ultimate desired version of ourselves that we can just claim to be. We're it. We just have to, stick with it and not entertain the thought forms, the attention, awareness, the behaviors, the perceptions, the perspectives that we are used to on this other thing, which will continue to exist, but we just get to make the choice of leaving that one over there, okay, and not dancing with that anymore. Okay, so what I want us to do, you're going to grab some paper, and I want you to just grab separate paper. I don't want you to put this in like your journal. I want you to just, this is something you're just going to get rid of, because what are we doing? We're getting rid of some shit, which means we're getting rid of it, means we don't need to reference back at it in a journal where we're writing like our desires, our dreams, the thing, our wishes, our deepest like wants and whatever. We don't want that in the same spot. Okay. Things that inspire us. We don't want that there. We want this on just piece of paper, separate paper that we could just crumple up, rip up, throw in the trash, burn it, do whatever the fuck you want with it. But we're not hanging on to this piece of paper. We're not hanging, or pages. I mean, you could write a fucking novel, but then just put it in the garbage. Okay. We're cleansing, we're clearing, we're detoxing this stuff out. If you're doing the watermelon cleanse, like we're detoxing physically, but also emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Why? So that we could just leave that fucking baggage behind, so that we can feel lighter, so that we can create space for the miraculous, for the blessings, for the wealth, for the riches, for the abundance, for the love, for the whatever the fuck it is that we just want for our experience. Okay? For the good times. Okay? So, we live on a polarity planet. And so that means that if we're leaning on one side of a polarity and we're wanting to experience the other side of polarity, it's all the same. So what do we have to do? We got to flip over to the other side, okay? Or we have to neutralize what's going on in between. So a couple things that I believe and I know and I have realized that can really, especially if there's something in your life that you're wanting to materialize, or there's an area of your life where something that you've been working towards or working with for a while, like it appears perceptively that it doesn't appear to be moving. Now, just a little side note about that. Everything's moving all the time, and everything's shifting all the time, and everything is the meaning we give it. So if we continuously say it's not moving, it's not happening, where is it? Why isn't it happening yet? We're just creating more of that. Okay. Newsflash. Um, But if it doesn't appear to be physically transpiring in the 3D, third dimensional physical realms, that doesn't mean it's not happening, because the 3D is not what we think it is. There's a lot going on behind the scenes that we can't perceive with our eyes. So we could just assume, we could just decide, make a decision to assume that everything is always materializing, everything is always unfolding perfectly, everything is always moving in my favor. And that's where that's again where you want to be on the I'm already the desired version of myself, versus old ways being like, where is it? Why hasn't it happened yet? Why, what am I doing wrong? And all of that. So part of that release and part of that thing is two things. There's self-punishment. I'm gonna give you two things that have polarities here. There's the self-punishment on the one side and the self-forgiveness on the other side. And then there's the self-criticism on that other side and self-praise on that other side. So everything, when we truly, fully love ourselves, like we trust ourselves, we know we're going to show up, we take the best care of ourselves, better than anyone takes care of us. We know what we need. We just are so enamored with every facet of who we are inside and out. And we have the ability to be a source, be the source of self fulfillment in every area, every emotion, everything. Okay. So that you can be the one to fulfill the emotional piece of everything you ever wanted and desired. That doesn't mean we don't want things outside of us. That doesn't mean the things outside of us don't enhance every aspect of our lives. That I'm not talking about that. What I'm saying is when we truly, deeply love ourselves, can provide for ourselves, can fulfill ourselves on an emotional scale internally based on whatever desires that we really want, then those things just magnetize to us. Okay. So love, praise, excitement, it's really like, what makes you feel worthy? Is it like whatever validation, whatever praise, whatever love, whatever thing that you are seeking anywhere in an external sense that you feel you must have in order to be fulfilled, you must give it to yourself. Okay. But if you're like, no, I'm good. Okay, then great. But if you're like, yeah, there's an area or two in my life that I feel like something's moving. I feel like something's weighing me down. This is just going to be something that this practice is something we can kind of take into like, even just on a daily scale or a weekly sort of check-in scale, which is, I want you to ask yourself a couple things and then you'll make notes. Okay. So number one, how often do I punish myself within? So these are for mistakes, failures, and shortcomings. So, how do you talk to yourself? Do you punish yourself on the regular for all kinds of things? Or is there something that has happened or something you've been holding on to that happened in the past, which FYI, past doesn't exist, only now exists. Okay. So, anytime you're recreating and revisiting and creating an emotional charge on something that happened in the past that is something that is not in alignment to where and who you want to be and where you're going, you're just giving it mouth to mouth resuscitation every time. So if you could, you gotta, something there's got to be either like revised, released, forgiven. So how often do you punish yourself and within, and this could also be like in a behavior, for mistakes, failures, and shortcomings. So somewhere where you think you're not good enough, somewhere where you think you missed the mark, somewhere in your life you think you fucked up or you're fucking up right now, somewhere You wish you did it this way instead of that way. All the shoulds and the shoulds and the shoulds, and you should be doing, you shouldn't be doing. You thought you'd be in a different place in your life right now. You thought you'd have this and this by now. You thought this would have happened by now. And not that it's the things you don't have, it's the, are you punishing yourself for it? Are you telling yourself you're not good enough? Are you telling yourself you're a fuck up? Are you telling yourself that you're a failure? How do you talk to yourself? So you'll go in, and I want you to think about, just you're just jotting down notes like, what am I punishing myself for? And that's the way you speak to yourself. If you're a person that talks to other people and tells other people how you're fucking up and for all your shortcomings, even if it's in jest, like, self-deprecating humor. Um, what are you doing? Like, how are you like, what are you punishing yourself for? Um, what have you been beating yourself up for internally? And that could be in your thoughts. How are you berating yourself? Things that you would never even say to somebody you love, but you would say them to yourself. You know, everybody has a different way of handling things. Is there a behavior, a habit, a behavior that you're either doing or something would really benefit you and be good for you, and you're purposely like not doing to punish yourself? Um, and like, are you not like, are you berating yourself because you're not doing like your daily Kundalini meditation practice? Or, you're supposed to like, like walk X amount of steps a day and you're not doing it. And like, are you ragging on yourself for that? Are you punishing yourself? Are you really berating yourself? Um, Criticizing yourself, beating yourself up. Okay. And then in all that, where do you need to forgive yourself and tell yourself it's all okay for whatever failures, whatever mistakes, whatever missteps, whatever fuck ups, all of it, any of it, anything specific? Generally, we all have like something where we're like, oh, yeah, that's the thing I'm kind of that's a piece that I really just got to let go of, that I have to forgive myself, that I just have to forgive myself. Because if it's not, who's going to forgive yourself? Like, whose forgiveness is more powerful than your own for you? Because it's you and you. So, like, where do you need to just like tell yourself that it's okay? Because guess what? Like, you're here. You're already on some sort of path of self evolution. And I don't want to use the word self improvement because, you're perfect, but I mean like that inherent desire to have self mastery and to grow and to just be better because that makes life better and because that's just part of it, not because there's something within you that needs changing, because you're perfect. There's nothing to change. There's nothing to fix. There's nothing to fix. So if you're on yourself, like there's something to fix within you, something to fix, because none of this is the you and you is really the baseline of all that matters. Everything else externally works itself out based on what's going on in here. Everything starts within your mind, within you, and then the external follows. You can't fix things externally in the 3D before you fix anything internally, mentally in the 4D. So all those things that you need to forgive. And like, where in your life do you need to hear some praise? Like, the praise, the validation, the attention that maybe you're seeking externally for things that you're doing or have done. And maybe you didn't hear good job like you thought you would, or you wanted to, or you felt like you needed to. Where do you need to go within? And what are those things that you need praise for, that you want praise for, that you crave praise for? And for someone to just like tell you like it's all okay. Like you're like what you think are your insecurities and your shortcomings and your failures and mistakes are all just like part of the perfect unfolding. And you learn and you evolve and you shift through those things, and they're not things to be berated for and put down for and punished for, especially by yourself, by you. So go through those things, really just get it out. And then you're just going to go through those things individually and do, like if you are familiar with emotional freedom technique, tapping, you can do tapping sessions. And if you're not, you really can just sit there and you can just tap with both of your hands, like on your chest here, because that's just like one tapping point. If you don't know tapping points, you can just like talk out loud and talk it out and go through your list and just individually forgive yourself for each thing, just out loud, you and you. Like, I forgive you for this. Like, it's okay. Like, I love you. I mean, one of the statements that you say in emotional freedom technique is, I love and accept and forgive myself. And you can say that for each thing. Like, even though I did this thing, even though I did this thing, even though I didn't show up like I wanted to, even though I fucked up here, even though I've been doing this and doing that, and or not been doing this and not been doing that, and even though this, and this, I love and accept and forgive myself. And then, oh my God, you're so, the praise, you're so amazing. The way you did that was so amazing. The way you handled that was so amazing. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of the way you handled this. I'm so proud of you for, this thing that came up, this challenge that came up, the way you handled it. Whereas like a year ago, months ago, you would have handled it like this, or you would have been taken down by this, and you just moved right through that thing like effortlessly, and you just got yourself right on the other side, and you weren't like taken down, and all the things, even the little small and big, like little and big, it doesn't matter to God. It's all the same. It's all the same, and you're God, and you're the source of your reality. So if you're not forgiving yourself, praising yourself, loving yourself, through the best of it and the worst of it, like who else really is going to, the way that you're craving to have it? So by giving that to yourself, you're totally eliminating and reducing this need to get it in order to feel great about you, about who you are, about how you're growing, about who you've been, and really just right in this moment right now, just how beautiful, wonderful, perfect you are. So do all that. Go do all that. Take a little time. And then, when you're done with that, or after this meditation that we're going to do, you can burn that paper if you want. You could burn it, you can rip it up, you can crumble it up and just throw it away, because then you decide, I'm done with that. And you can sit with it like till you feel you moved a little bit. And you can also do, you can do some breath of fire. You can do some, you could do fists of anger if you want to do some fists of anger on those things, but you don't have to. You can just, I mean, you could take a deep breath. We're going to do a meditation, but just like, just let it, just decide that you're finished with that. Just you said, you know what? I identified what these things were. I called them out. I called myself out. And then I decided that I'm forgiving myself. And I've decided and I'm making a choice to release it. And I'm deciding and I'm making a choice that I'm finished with that. And I really love myself and I'm really good with whatever has happened and it doesn't even matter anymore. It's all part of the perfect unfolding. And that's it. Dunzo. Okay. And so then what happens if the thing comes, if you think about it again, then you just say, nope, I've already forgiven myself for this. There's nothing else to do here with that. There's nothing else to do. I've already forgiven myself, love myself. That's not even a thing anymore. That habit, that pattern, that thing I'm doing to punish myself, I'm not doing that anymore. We're not doing that anymore. Do this instead. Replace that with a positive habit. And you know what? And if the habit, if the thing, if the whatever that you do that you're not, you haven't broken that habit of this way maybe that you're punishing yourself, you do it and then you know what's going to happen. You're just going to notice that you did it and you're going to be like, you know what? I forgive myself for doing that again. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. And give yourself a fucking hug, which you should do like every day. You should give yourself a huge hug, wrap your arms around yourself, and like tell yourself how much you love yourself, like how much you love you. Okay. Like, I swear to you, I've been doing this thing for years and like nothing really helps as much as this does. Like, this is the thing. This is the cure. You're the cure. Whatever is the cure is what you decide. But I mean it when I say, like, to hug yourself and to give yourself a kiss and to tell yourself how much you love yourself and to just really embrace yourself like in full and like hug yourself so fucking tight because like you get to be you. Like you are you, you get to be you. You get to be like your partner and the like you're your numero uno in this human weird wild experience. So you better get on board. You better be fucking in love and obsessed with who you are. And if you're not, then this is a really great place to start. Okay. This is the greatest place to start. And this is going to take you to your next level. Okay. And that's what we can do at any time. And we could take any moment as an opportunity to forgive ourselves, to love ourselves, to praise ourselves, to look at ourselves like, oh my God, I can't believe how fucking beautiful you are. And just to be like, I'm so impressed with you and you're so creative and you're so brilliant and you're so amazing. And like, I can't even believe that I get to be in this experience, like you, me and you. Okay. So go do that. And then you come back for part two. Okay. We're going to do this meditation. Sit up tall, bring the palms together. We're just going to do a quick tune in here. Okay. Just take a deep inhale first. And we'll tune in with our Ong Namos on one breath. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo, Ong Namo Gurudev Namo, Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale and exhale. Okay, so we're gonna do this beautiful Kriya for creating self-love. Okay, posture one. You hear you're mentally and hypnotically blessing yourself. This is a self blessing to affect and correct the magnetic field. Said that doing this exercise will hurt if you have a lot of anger, but we just released our anger, so we're good. This is, but self-help is, difficult for people that are angry. Okay, so we're sitting in easy pose, straight spine. The right palm is coming about 6 to 9 inches above the head, above the top of the center of the head. And the right palm, and the palm is facing down. This is, you're blessing yourself here. Okay. And this self blessing corrects the aura. The left elbow's bent with the upper arm right near the rib cage, forearm, hand point upward, left palm facing forward and blesses the world. So you're blessing yourself, you're blessing the world. Sit up tall, eyes are closed, and you're focused at the lunar center in the middle of the chin. So the eyes are closed, but they're focused looking down right at the center of the chin. You're on the clock. And now breathe long, slow, and deep with a feeling of self affection. And try to really get the breath to 1 breath per minute if you can. So that would be an inhale to 20 seconds, holding for 20 seconds, and exhaling for 20 seconds. But just do your best. Keep it even, just a long inhale, a hold, and an exhale, direct proportion. Do you know what love is? Love is an absolute power of self totality. Love is not what you call love is. Love is a strength. Love is goodness, like godliness. There's no limit to it. There's no shortage in, no bargaining. Where there is a love, there is no question. Where there's a question, there is no love, and then it becomes business. So love is totality of the self. So tonight we would like to give you an experience of love within yourself so that you can understand your growth and you can understand how much you love yourself to find yourself. My dear folks, if you cannot find yourself, you can never find anybody you want to find. These things which I am saying look very odd, but these are the facts of life. Continue your deep breath. Authority is within you. An acceptance of authority within you is the power of your spirit, your soul. That's why you can't surrender. You can't because you have a logic and reason and time and space. You can't surrender, and you can only surrender when you have total spirit in it. And when you surrender, then your spirit takes over. You live very pure, then God takes care of you. So let us see if love can be invoked and fear can be reduced. And bless yourself. It's a very powerful Kriya. Please remember this. And bless yourself. The right hand is just to correct the aura, and the left, it is blessing the universe at large. And kiss your breath. Breathe long and deep, but with feeling, with a hug kind of feeling. Breathe you must, but don't breathe unconsciously. Kindly breathe consciously. Kindly bless yourself. And you're not expecting from anybody the blessing. Bless you. Bless your ancestors and bless those who have to come after you. This blessing is not a social phenomenon you're doing. You are exactly mentally, hypnotically blessing yourself. It shall affect the magnetic field and it will hurt you if you're an angry person. I'm very sure about it. Self-help for those who are angry is very difficult, so please try to bless yourself and consciously do it. Consciously remind yourself and breathe very consciously. If you cannot bless yourself, then nobody can bless you. Take it granted. And if the circumstances are odd and you don't want to bless, or you do not have physical capacity to bless, bless it against odd. Better you bless yourself so that you can be into the physical realm. And when you bless, then heavens will bless you. We're doing it for 11 minutes. It's not very long. You've been practicing very long, but it may start hurting now. There's nothing I can do. In a normal case, after 5 minutes, it should start letting you know how much pizza you've eaten, how much double cheese you had, all those things. Because your muscles and its formation will start hurting because of the fact of your wrong diet. Nothing wrong about it. And when you're going to have pain, then brain will produce morphine, anti-pain secretion. And if those ducts are open, then you can develop endurance. That's the way people exercise. Create a morphine from the brain to secrete so that your capacity to endure, and it is not only physical endurance. Once you know how to physically endure, you can mentally endure, then you can spiritually endure. There are 3 endurances which are essential for you, and you should not hesitate to create that endurance. And this angle of the hand is so powerful to hurt. And by now, I don't think anybody is there who is not pretty good hurting. After 7 minutes, it's the limit. If you have done for 7 minutes, forget it. And the next 4 minutes is just a living in the hell, but this is the way it is. I mean to say our elders who made these kriyas must have measured everything. They knew better, so kindly let us suffer together. Just have a little less than a minute and a half left. Do your best. Breathe as slowly as you can. 20 seconds in, 20 seconds hold, 20 seconds out. Just one breath can help you better so that you can have an experience. Steady now. Steady. Breathe deep. Now, please inhale deep, hold the breath, and stretch both your arms, hands straight forward, palms towards the ground. Arms are straight out, parallel to the ground, right solid, straight forward, stretch it hard, and now breathe long and deep and slowly. Keep the hands there. Arms are straight out in front. It will give you, your heart, a strength to avoid a heart attack. It will open the heart chakra. The palms must be towards the ground. Please remember that. Towards the magnetic field, and arms straight. It's just 3 minutes only you have to go through, and it will be a burning hell. It's not something you will like to do. If you breathe slowly, that will help. Eyes are in the same focus. Closed, roll down to the moon center in the chin. I'm telling you scientifically as it is written so that you may know scripture definition of it. Steady, standardized, stretch as much as you can, hold tight, breathe long, slow, and deep, and get rid of the disease. It will help you between the neck and to the navel point. It looks very easy. I know it's not easy. I understand. Don't misunderstand. I do it myself, so I know it. A little more than 1 minute. If you would not have loved yourself, you could not have done it. Less than a minute left. Now, slowly, please inhale deep, raise the hands up, raise the arms up straight. Straight up and breathe long and deep. Straight up. Keep them straight up. Don't bend the elbow. And it's not going to be very long, just a few minutes. You will be off. So it's not a big deal. Stretch. Don't bend your elbow. Continue the same long, deep breath. Stretch. It's difficult and you'll bend your elbow. That's the tragedy of this exercise. No bend in elbow. I repeat, for these remaining 2 minutes, no bend in the elbow. Let the hands shake, let the body shake, let the spine adjust, let you go through what you go through. Straight up, steady. It will change your entire metabolism and your physical body and your muscles and your spine, the whole set. But don't let the elbow bend. Doesn't matter what. Beat it. Breathe long and deep. Eyes still. Focus. Closed. Roll down. Lunar center of the chin. Last minute. Half more minute left, so don't lose. 15 seconds there to go. Keep up. Straight. Straight means straight. Straight means straight. Now inhale deep, hold tight, stretch with the hands, strength, lift the whole butts all the way up the spine. Keep the arms up, fire out. Inhale deep again, deep, 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 tight. Everything to lift up. Keep the arms up, fire out. Inhale, deep, deep, deep. Hold tight now, please. Squeeze your body and try to lift your body up. Doesn't matter what you have to do. Bring all your nerves into activity, everything. And relax. Didn't we do it? Wow. Now listen, it was 11 minutes and 3 minutes and 3. You can't spare that many minutes in your life. 11 minutes and 4, 3, 3, 6. How many it comes? 17 minutes you cannot spare for yourself in 24 hours. We didn't ask you to chant any mantra. We didn't ask you to do anything, did we? This is a basic element thing. It will totally change you inside out. It will give you self-consciousness, self-experience, self-love, and then you can love everybody. Question is not to become an object or a subject. Question is to become total. So long you are an object and subject, action and reaction, you will never understand what resurrection is. Higher you go, little things look. Lower you are, worse it is. You understand? If the pain and the tragedy and the calamity is humongous and you laugh at it, ha ha ha, then what can it do to you? Nothing. But if there's a little thing, ah, that's it. You got it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand this Kriya? It is exactly 6 minutes and 11 minutes, not a minute more, not a minute less. And if you do not know how to do it yourself, sit before a mirror. That will give you company. But unfortunately, you have to keep your eyes closed, so it won't be any help. You have to look at the chin center, moon center. What I'm trying to request you as human being to human being, as a person to person, is the age of Aquarius is bringing unexpected changes. So we should develop our strength and our talent and our IQ and our intelligence and our consciousness to face it gracefully. It's a time to be patient, to listen to each other. It's a time to be loved to each other. It's a time to be kind to each other. It's a time to not treat anybody in any way, form, and to be shallow. It's a time to say hello. It's a change time because not only you, everybody's going to be lonely, and you're a part of that cycle of loneliness. Therefore, you would like to create a relationship. It's a time to agree, time to listen, time to cooperate. It's a time to trust. Love without trust does not exist. Love is trust strength. Trust is the test of love. When you love, you trust each other. When you don't, you don't. So don't camouflage the word love and you don't trust each other. Be creative. Okay. Bring the palms together. We'll do one long satnam. Sat nam. Satnam and happy new moon.